evening. My name is Crystal Tete. Others call me MadaGhana. In 2011, I published Love MadaGhana, my first anthology of poems. At the time, I was consumed with the desire to share with the world my art, uninhibited, raw, unrestricted. Page 4 of my anthology, Your Mind Turns Me On. It was addressed at would-be suitors, and it was a message that indicated that material or physical attributes were of no interest to me. Your mind was the most important asset. The back of the book, the blurb. I used spiral binding, also known as coil binding, and then the back of the book was where I gave credit to my friends, family, critics, collaborators. This was a defining moment. This was a defining moment in my career. It was when I assumed the title, the pseudonym MadaGhana, which is a composite of Madagascar and Ghana. And this would become my trademark and would define year after year my themes, my perspective performances. Performance art is defined as a non-traditional art form, often with political or topical themes, that typically features a live presentation to an audience, and it draws from such fields as acting, poetry, music, dance, and painting. Page 6, bells. I believe that innate in the poet's work is the ability to observe, comment on, and predict human behavior. And Bells is a poem that, even though I wrote in 2003, is still relevant. It speaks about the transient nature, the fragility of human relationships, especially marriage. Page 9, The Filth of Knowledge. I am my mother, my world a protege of what lies underneath the pile of dust. Many tomorrows on, a hereditary erudition is resurrected. Lafalu, the handsomeness of indelible graffiti. Toto is good for boys and girls. Kwanzaa was here, enjoy your stay. Page 45, Kokompe to La Paz. A montage of scrap metal and sculptured leather gloried in the cacophony of a resonating audience. Many of the pages were in handwriting. I liked the way it felt, the way it looked. And I also self-published. So we chose and paid for a hotel conference room, bought scented candles, set the room in a fruit-based candlelit delight. Malagasy and Ghanaian flags were not left out. We borrowed the stage, camera, lights, action. It was a night that featured poems from my book, but it also featured folk music from Madagascar and Ghana, and performances by Checheku and Enikeli. Checheku would later become instrumental in the recording and production of my debut album, Big Madagascar. Before personal ambition, greed, and separate career ambitions, there was a family of creatives. We would meet once a month under the umbrella of the Halakasa, in those days at Nobuke Foundation. And we shared with, learned from, loved one another. It is he who wrote the preface of my book, my right-hand man, partner in crime turned pastor, the artist, King Gary Foto, dedication, founder of the JB Institute Ghana, Ike Oseo. MadaGhana at bus stop. I created it in 2015. Performances in a bus traveling the world. 60 tickets were sold per stop. And the first stop was at Foundation for Contemporary Arts, where tickets sold at 20 cedis each. The Accra stop at Foundation for Contemporary Arts. The audience included photographers, artists, passers-by. FCA also chose 2 mates who were very helpful in collecting the, the money and giving out tickets, and also organizing. Circle, a perpetual brewery of exhaust fumes, set on the outskirts of an ice cream factory, home to passers-by, living street folk, commercial interests, and the Koti plus AMA task force. Microphone cut out of plastic. This is MadaGhana, Chabasco. In 2015, my bus arrived at the Flag Festival in Copenhagen, and the next year I was invited to perform on 2 consecutive days at the Morse Island for their annual festival. And I must say it was by the invitation of the Danish Center for Culture and Development, which is now defunct, and it speaks to how, as artists, we are very dependent on funding and pillar of my art, of my life, my best friend, teammates on stages and everywhere in between, babysitter of my daughter Fifalina and my niece Tityabna, my family dustbin, she eats all the leftovers, self-taught musician, my mother, Nini.